President William Ruto has made new changes in government, and allow me to share that information with you. The head of state has promoted Mr. Amos Gathecha from Principal Secretary Public Service to Deputy Head of the Public Service Executive Office of the President. The head of state has also appointed Professor Edward Kisiangani as a senior advisor and a member of the President Council of Economic Advisors. He is now joining former Cabinet Secretary Moses Kuria. The head of state has also nominated new principal secretaries. We have Dr. Jane Kare Imbunya, who has been nominated to the State Department for Public Service and Human Capital Development in the Ministry of Public Service, Human Capital Development and Special Programs. The head of state has also nominated Ms. Regina Akoth Ombam to the State Department for Trade in the Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry that is being led by the former governor of Nakuru County, Lee Kinyanjui. The head of state has also nominated Mr. Cyril Wagunda Udede to the State Department for Public Investment Assets Management in the Ministry of National Treasury and Economic Planning, which is being led by CS John Mbadi. Now, the head of state has also nominated Dr. Caroline Wanjiru Karugu to the State Department for East African Community Affairs in the Ministry of East Africa Community Affairs and the ASALs, and also Regional Development. That ministry is being held by Beatrice Askul. Now, the head of state has also nominated Dr. Oluga Frederick Ouma to the State Department for Medical Services in the Ministry of Health, that is being held by Dr. Deborah Barasa. The head of state has also nominated Mr. Ahmed Abdisalan Ibrahim to the State Department for National Government Coordination in the Office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary, which is Musalia Mudavadi. We have Ms. Judith Nayai Pareno to the State Department of Justice, Human Rights, Constitutional Affairs in the Office of the Attorney General and State Department for Justice. The head of state has also nominated Dr. Boniface Makoa to the State Department for Economic Planning in the Ministry of National Planning and also Treasury, that is being held by CS John Mbadi. The head of state has also nominated Professor Abdul Razak Shaukat to the State Department for Science, Research, Innovation in the Ministry of Education. The head of state has also nominated Mr. Stephen Isaboke to the State Department for Broadcasting, Telecommunication in the Ministry of Information, Communication and Digital Economy, being held by CS William Kabogo, the former governor of Kiambu County. The head of state has also appointed Mr. Michael Lenasalon to the State Department for Devolution in the Office of the Deputy President. Mr. Fikrini Katoi Kahindi Jacobs has been nominated to the State Department for Youth Affairs in the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. CPA Karen Agengo Acheng has been nominated to the State Department for Children Welfare Services in the Ministry of Labor and Social Protection. The head of state has also nominated Mr. Aden Abdi Mila to the State Department for Shipping, Maritime Affairs in the Ministry of Mining, Blue Economy and Maritime Affairs, being held by the former governor of Mombasa, Ali Hassan Joho. The head of state also reassigned certain individuals in his government. That is, Professor Julius Bitok has been reassigned to the State Department for Basic Education in the Ministry of Education. This position was previously held by Dr. Belio Kipsang, who has been reassigned to the State Department for Immigration and Citizen Services in the Ministry of Interior and the National Administration. We have Mr. Elijah Mwangi has been reassigned to the State Department for Sports in the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, being held by Salim Vuria, the former governor of Kwale County. Then we have Mr. Ismail Made has been reassigned to the State Department for Special Programs in the Ministry of Public Service, Human Capital Development and Special Programs. We have also Mr. Teresia Mbaika has been reassigned to the State Department for Aviation, Aerospace Development in the Ministry of Roads and Transport. The head of state also appointed Foreign Service ambassadors, consuls generals, and deputy heads of mission. We also saw Namuhicha Wafula, the former cabinet secretary for health, has been now nominated to the permanent as a permanent representative, permanent mission of Kenya to the UN Habitat in Nairobi. Mr. James Buyekane Muhati has been appointed as a consul general in Guangzhou, People's Republic of China. Then we have Mr. Abdi Dubat Fido, Consul General, Arusha, United Republic of Tanzania. Engineer Peter Tu, Ambassador, Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of Congo. Then we have Mr. Alfred Kombudo, Deputy Head of Mission, Brussels, Belgium. Mr. Geoffrey Eanane Kaituko, Deputy Head of Mission, Rome, Italy. The Head of State has made these new changes after he signed a memorandum of understanding with the former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga. Remember, there were people who had fear that some people were to be removed from government, but I can see from this particular list, the head of state is reassigning them to different roles in government. Some of them are being appointed as ambassadors for consul general and also deputy heads of mission. That is what we know right here on Kenya Digital News. We'll be trying to get more reactions from Kenyans just to understand what they feel regarding these latest changes by President William Samoei Arap Ruto. My name is Ojuangodero and this is Kenya Digital News.